What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Branded Dude. We have a new replay. Today we are going up against Ryzeal Mitsurugi. Yeah, I guess it's the new Mitsurugi support. This deck variant actually can do quite a bit more. So yeah, 55 card build. No serious changes in my deck list at the moment. The only changes in my side deck where one of the cards I added now is the fusion monster. It's the World Chalice Armaduke. If you don't know what the fusion monster is, its ability isn't really that important. It just simply requires 3 link monsters. So I decided to put that in as a super poly target. Have I used it yet? Not yet, but you know, I do have Garura when it comes to going up against Malice, but having that as well, I decided let me just test it out. So yeah, that's the only change in my deck list. Everything else is the same. So yeah, let's see how we do here. Ryzeal player is going first, but we open deployment, super poly, mag, high spirits, and thrust. Opponent opens Nibiru, imperm. Well, the swords open, Kobai, and imperm. So yeah, we can see that he bricks here. So he has no plays. Simply sets both imperms and Kobai and passes turn. We draw into branded opening. So yeah, 3 set cards. I thought at first I was maybe going up against a trap deck, but I decided, okay, maybe one of these or 2 of these could be an imperm. So we go to main phase because I want to bring out Cartesia first. Chain opening because no response to deployment. So we get rid of high spirits. I decided to get rid of this just to keep super poly in hand, you know, a way for us to dodge the imperm or Veiler, and then thrust. You never know. Maybe we could make use of this. So summon a Luber Cartesia. Luber Effecture will triggers, to which our opponent will chain imperm. So we go chain link 3 will be Cartesia. Our opponent will go chain link 4 imperm, and then we will just hit him with chain link 5 super poly. Going to grind Gugno, so Luber will resolve. But with this, our opponent is just gonna scoop there. Cool. Sure, he did have Kobai Nibiru, but yeah, I guess he didn't want to sit through that. So we go on to game number 2. So game number 2, you see we open Albaz, Shrouded, High Spirits in white, as well as Perulia. Opponent opens Nibiru, Droll, Prayers, Ext, and Night Sword Serpent. So yeah, we open Perulia. So in the standby phase, in the draw phase, opponent is going to activate Prayers, tributing the sword. We chain the Perulia here, and then our opponent will add Habakiri to hand. Sword will trigger to summon itself, and so yeah, opponent does have draw, so he can deal with our Perulia there. So he special summons Ext, sending Eclipse. We draw super poly. Ext Effecture will search for sword. Now here with Perulia, I thought my opponent maybe was gonna stop there, but he didn't even drop draw as well. But you'll see why. He kind of got, I don't know what's the right, I don't want to say, I guess he was confident that he will be able to basically he got confident that he will survive or win, I guess. So he overlays into Duo Drive, used the effect to search for node as well as for ice. Ryzeal, not the field spell. Normal summon ice, we draw talents. Effect of ice will resolve, summoning Star, which is going to set the field spell. So now they have another way of getting the field spell with Star Ryzeal. Moving on, he overlays, goes into Detonator. The effect will attach the Eclipse Twin. Habakiri Effecture, basically going to tribute Saji towards the end. Saji Effect will trigger to add Ritual. So here I thought my opponent would stop, but he keeps playing, so activates the Ritual spell, summons Arme, tributing Habakiri. Chain link 1 Habakiri, and then okay, yeah, no, obviously no. What's his name? Murakuma, yeah. So he has the trap card Mitsurugi Purification, so he has the Omni Negate, special summon Node from hand, so we're going to draw into Retribution. Node, Tribute Dio to summon Ext. We don't see Perulia yet. I did side in Nibiru here, but that we don't see, and it won't matter anymore because now he has the field spell. Going to Dagaris because now he's literally trying to draw into Thrust. So he draws Perulia and Kobai, puts Perulia back in, goes Ryzeal cross, shuffling Node and X, and here he draws into Thrust, which is the card he wanted to see. So summon Sword because now he has Thrust in hand, so we get a draw. We draw Fusion Deployment there. Search for Ice, and he's going to special summon Ice, sending draw. Yeah, he doesn't care about draw anymore. We get a draw here, goes Sarcophagus, and then he overlays into Castle, the Sky Blaster Musketeer, which is a winged beast. So yeah, thrust here, unfortunately no Ash, so he's going to set Harpy's Featherstorm. And so yeah, we're just gonna lose to Harpy's Featherstorm only. Opponent sets the Purification, Cobalt, and he has Nibiru in hand. Detonator to pop 3. Well, actually it's technically going to be pop 5. Armor to hand rip, and yeah, the trap card is all he needs. So we draw for turn, we draw a Serenia, and in standby phase, opponent activates Harpy's Featherstorm. We don't chain anything here. Sure, I could have chained High Spreads, but you know, we're under the Harpy's Featherstorm. So yeah, we end up just going to main phase. So yeah, now you may be thinking we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cards, if I counted correctly. 10 cards in hand. We have Super Poly, we have Albaz, we have access to Cartesia, you know, sure, talents, we even have talents. So is there a way we could have played through this? Technically no, because we can't activate monster effects, so it's not going to be a good position for us. Serenia is dead, you know, Serenia could deal with Eclipse Twins effects in the graveyard. So yeah, I could have maybe just set and pass here, to be honest. I really could have actually, but the thing was, if I would try to set Albaz, set Super Poly, maybe set Retribution or whatever else, you know, so that we can keep the most of our cards in hand, so we don't end up having to discard anything. But the truth is, I was scared one of these cards, like I know one of them is the trap card, but this one maybe was the, I think, which one is it, Mitsurugi Prayers? Yeah, Mitsurugi Prayers, or yeah, Mitsurugi Prayers, because then he would tribute the Ame. Prayers were resolved, and Ame would trigger, reborn itself, and then he would go Ame, Murukuma effect to basically Raigeki the field. Then we lose our Albaz. You know, he could do that in the end phase, right? Yeah. Is this a main phase effect? Yeah, no. Do that in end phase. We're gonna lose. We're not gonna have a good Super Poly target after that, because everything here is just Diamakar. Everything here is just, you know, not valid Super Poly targets for us. So I decided, okay, let's see if I can just play through this. So first we start off, so we set Albaz. Honestly, setting Albaz there just allows me to be able to force out a effect. Sure, he does have Murukuma, but you know, setting a card will make Detonate also able to respond to any effects we activate. So here we're going to activate Fusion Deployment. Opponent then chains Murukuma, so cool, we get an effect for talent. So yeah, we discard Retribution, and here we will summon Cartesia, just so that, you know, we have Albaz for Super Poly as well as Cartesia if needed. We also have Brandy and White in our hand, so yeah, summon that. On res, I decide to go talents to draw 2. Unfortunately here I made a mistake. I should have went Super Poly first, get rid of the ritual monster, then I would be free to go talents to draw 2, because obviously I assumed this was maybe prayers or something, but yeah, this was just a callback. So this was a misplay. Should have gotten rid of this first. So yeah, talents gets negated, but now Murukuma will be triggered to search for prayers, reborn itself, and now it will Raigeki the field. Here I decide to go Super Poly, I believe. Yeah, I decide to go Super Poly, send Gold Talk, use Detonator. So we summon Albion. Oh, sorry, we use Albaz. We use Albaz for that. Boom. Now the issue is obviously Albion cannot activate its effect, so Detonator here revives itself and attaches 2 materials to itself. Yeah, so honestly here, just losing position. Not even our fusions can activate their effects. So yeah, honestly in that position, I should have just set Albaz, summon, I guess, first summon Cartesia, then set Albaz, set Super Poly, Retribution, pass, honestly in that position. But I was just so afraid the set card was actually prayers, because then, you know, Murukuma's effect basically there would occur. So yeah, go Branded High, Branded in White. Our opponent chains Kobai, targeting Albaz, but I need an Albaz target, so I decide to go High Spirit, send Albion and Rinbrim, add Albaz to our hand, so now we at least have an Albaz. We then end up banishing the Albion Shrouded, because that's treated as Albaz in the grave, and we go straight for Titanic Clad, just so that we have a monster with over 3000 attack here. Into battle phase, because attack Detonator, but Detonator can just protect itself by detaching materials. So I decided, yeah, okay, I tried, whatever. So we go to game number 2. So yeah, game number 3. So game number 2 was just, yeah, should have, I guess, in that position, honestly, should have just first summoned Cartesia, set Albaz, set Super Poly, set Branded Retribution, and maybe something else, so that we just passed. But I was so afraid that set card was Mitsurugi Prayers, because he would just tribute Murukuma, then Murukuma would reborn itself, and then Raigeki the field, so then we have no valid target. So yeah, that was the problem there. So, but yeah, I guess that would have been a better play, because as we all know, those set cards were not prayers at all. So yeah, it is what it is. So we go to game number 3. We open Adlib, opening Cartesia, Lost, and High Spirits. Yeah, not really a good hand here, but opponent opens Bell, Imperm, Prayers, full loss and imperm. So just prayers. He just has prayers as I guess something to access his engine, but he has 4 hand traps in his hand. So main phase, I decided we'll just normal some Cartesia to try dodge imperm. We activate opening, so unfortunately here we're going to have to special summon this. We have no choice. I could have maybe just added Quem to my hand and then go high spirits, do my thing there, search for something. Honestly, maybe I should have just done that instead, but yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. I guess this was sort of misplaced here. So yeah, there was a misplay in game. Was that a misplay? Yeah, misplay in game number 2 where I should have super polyed first so that opponent doesn't activate the Mitsurugi trap card. And then here, I guess I should have, rather just add Quem to hand, use High Spirits instead. So maybe I should have just done that instead. On the summon, opponent does draw Ice Ryzeal, access to his Ryzeal engine now. A Luba effect here will resolve. Opponent, he doesn't really need to care because now he's getting draws of 4 loss, 2 imperms in hand. He can just negate whatever during his turn. Activate loss, activate fusion. No response here, so we just send Albaz and Lubellion to go into the Albion. Now here's the thing. When it comes to 4 loss, I honestly think that if you're going to activate Brand Fusion and resolves, playing Sanctifier with Albaz, using Albaz and Golden Sword Soul is good, because only obviously if you have access to Cartesia, but honestly that way, just having Sanctify, and let's say it goes to your opponent's turn, you go Sanctify effect to reborn the Albaz and a light monster, any light monster to be honest. Summon Albaz, use its effect, use a light monster. Then you go into Albion, and then Albion effect will go into Lubellion by banishing materials, and then it will be channeling one Lubellion to fusion. Then you just trigger Golden Sword Soul, banish itself to some Cartesia either from hand or grave, and then on that, honestly, you could fusion summon into Mirror Jade or something, because in this situation, I guess maybe you'll have something, another fusion monster to use as material if you do, and then if you can keep Albion and Lubellion, the Searing Dragon on the field, use Cartesia, use the Albion and Lubellion to go into Dragon Lord. Honestly, that's sort of something I've been considering, like, if you're under 4 loss, go and use Brand of Fusion, but in this situation I didn't side in Sanctifier, so yeah, that's why we went for Albion. Opponent draws into Bonfire, last tier will trigger, so here I decided to search for Albion the Shrouded. Now here we summon this to Lubellion, which will use its effect to place Branded Regained. Now here is another slight misplay I also make. When I use Albion effect, I should have also chained High Spirits here to, okay, we do draw Brandon High Spirits, but I should have used High Spirits, reveal the Albion, send Rinbroom. I should have sent Rinbroom so we have a way to summon Albaz, and then search for something, I don't know, Mercury or something. So that is also a slight misplay here, I do realize, because now we have a dead High Spirits, it's doing nothing. So yeah, we're gonna go to end phase. Albion effect here will set Branded Banishment, so we have, a Super Poly and also just a way to go into Dragon Lord. But yeah, this was also a misplay. I should have used High Spirits in this situation after, using opening to summon Luba, to send Rinbroom, search for something so that Rinbroom has a way to summon Albaz during our opponent's turn. So honestly, should have done that, but yeah. Opponent draws for turn, he draws into Talent, so he has a crazy hand. So he starts with Imperming Cartesian draw phase, summons Ice here, will search, special summon Star, and Star here will set the field spell. Here I decided, okay, if I use Branded Banishment, maybe I can reborn the Albion, and then possibly I was thinking of going either to Chaos Star Source, or maybe even into, what's his name, Grand Gugno in some way. Then Grand Gugno, we just get rid of one Ryzeal body here. Grand Gugno can send Rinbroom to the grave, add Mercury of Branded Loss, so that's where we could have a Mercury and negate as well for Bell in this situation. But yeah, we do attempt to go Branded Banishment, but unfortunately our opponent does have Bell, so yeah. Now we have nothing. We literally have nothing. Cartesia is dead. This is dead. So opponent is just simply going to pop off. Goes into Detonator, and then it will equip 4 loss. Bonfire here. Search for X Ryzeal, which you will special summon by sending the Aggregator. Aggregator just negates lost. Searches for Sword. And now special summon Sword. Search for Ice Ryzeal. And then he's going to overlay into Tornado Dragon, which will pop High Spirits. Mitsurugi prayers, search for Habakiri. Habakiri effect here will summon Saji and then tribute it, yes, and then Saji will trigger. Add Ritual to his hand, so he's going to activate Ritual now, summon Habakiri, sending Sword and Kusanagi. Both will trigger, summon Sword. So the whole point is he did add Ritual to his hand of Kusanagi. Now he's going Ritual again to summon Murukuma from the deck, tributing Habakiri, and then obviously channeling one Haba, channeling to Murukuma opens our field, and that's just enough for damage right there. 3,000. Yeah, that's just enough for damage. So yeah, honestly, we do end up losing this one. It's honestly just because of misplays here. So I wanted to show you this replay. Honestly, one, just seeing what it's like obviously for Brandon to go up against Ryzeal Mitsurugi, and honestly these misplays are just costing me. Honestly, I don't know, just had a few bad games here, and you can see what's how it is. They just draw so many hand traps, and all they need is just one card to just search their entire engine, and they can just pop off from there. But also mainly we're just highlighting on my misplays. One, High Spirit should have sent Rinbrim. Sure, whatever the case is, if we would have said Banishment, we would have Rinbrim, so opponent would have to decide which one he wants to use Ghost Spell on. In the game 2, and we got hit with Harpy's Featherstorm, super polling the ritual away first so that the trap card cannot be activated. That was a misplay as well. So yeah guys, honestly, showing these replays, I'm just here to show you that just learn from my mistakes. Don't do the mistakes that I do. Honestly, it will really cost you, as you've seen in these duels. But yeah, honestly, this is also a little testing because I do have nationals coming up, so bit of testing. I was so happy to finally go up against a Ryzeal Mitsurugi deck, because honestly some duels when I hop on DB is just against these irrelevant decks that I don't expect to see at nationals. So yeah, honestly, trying to go up against meta gives me more practice with this deck. So yeah, we can see honestly Branded can do pretty well. Just slight misplays, guys, slight misplays. But yeah, that is the duel, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have anything you would like to share, please do comment down below. But yeah, thank you for watching the video. See you in the next one, guys. Cheers.